your guidance and your wisdom along the way and all your support. So we're honored to have you, sir. On the maternal side, Natalie's grandmother, Grandma P. There she is. Wave, Grandma. Grandma P. Helped guide Natalie and Nicholas in their formative years. After Natalie was 1 year old, she moved here from the Philippines, and she spent literally almost 5 years with us up in San Francisco. So Natalie, although she doesn't see you as much as she would like to, you're 2,000 miles apart. She loves you dearly, and I want to thank you for all you have done over the years for our family, particularly helping to raise Natalie and Nicholas. Thank you, Ma. And from Ohio, my mother, DJ, Grandma DJ.
It's on the way.
It's done. Look at you're over 69. I just got to say, 3 October she'll be 90, and she's looking good. But once again, Mom, Natalie wished she could spend more time with you. She really loves you, and she appreciates all your support over the last 30 years. She looks forward to many more years of seeing you with her new husband, Adam. Blame me for moving around 24 years in the Marine Corps and the kids not being there as much as you would have liked. So thanks, Mom, and we love you.
Here we go.
Awesome. Okay. I don't know you. You wanted to wait
your
pressure,
purse
sir?
over here. You're fine where you're sitting. Yeah. You can't even see my dad.
Now to the man and woman of the day, Adam and Natalie. Adam, I've said it before in open forum. Told you, Cindy and I are so proud to have you now officially join our family. You are. It's a recurring theme every time I go. Adam's the consummate gentleman. Adam treats Natalie with respect. Adam is thoughtful. Adam is unselfish. And I couldn't ask for a better son-in-law. We love you, bud. I probably have more stuff written down if I put my glasses on. Hey, George, you used to hold those umbrellas, right, for Mr. Obama. Do you have a flashlight you could hold for me? I can't really see what I'm saying here. Natalie.
My dad's military.
Okay, we're going to talk about my daughter, Natalie. Natalie, you have helped me grow as a person. You have made me feel special. And there's various things you've done throughout the years, many memories that I have, and hopefully we'll have a few more as we age gracefully. But let me just copy a few down. I actually thought I was going to have a speaking part last night, so I made this a little longer than probably I should. But Natalie has made me feel special. She's warm, caring, got that great $1 million smile, and I love you to death. She's my only daughter, and we're just proud to have her and Adam join in matrimony. So my first little memory here is of your first steps. That was when you were almost exactly 1 year old. We had a birthday party for you in San Francisco, and you were on top of your toes looking like a little ballerina, and you were crashing and burning head first. And I said, that's my daughter. Because I've been accused over the years of kind of bouncing and walking on my toes. Hopefully not as much as I used to. So I said, that's my girl. She's got my gene. That's a real fond memory. Nick mentioned last night, but not all of you were at the reception. I call it the face plant. Got a knock on the door. Oh, geez, I don't know. Maybe she was 12 years old on her bicycle over at Bowling Air Force Base. Opened the door, and there was Natalie. She had both her 2 front teeth were broken off, about half off, and she had all these tears in her eyes. She goes, Dad, and she needed a hug. And you made me feel important that day because I comforted my daughter. So we got you down to the dentist, I think that day, fixed y'all up. You still have the original teeth, just like me. They're looking good. Oh, that's after those $4,000 braces, right? But I also had a tooth knocked out when I was in the service with an M16, and I still got that. They screwed it in with the post, and it's working well. Natalie used to always be very kind to let her mother and I know where she was, and she always had these very colorful pink and yellow Post-it notes throughout the house. With Dad, I'm with Mary Rob, or Dad, I'm with Vicki. I'll be back at 5 o'clock for dinner. Always a smiley face and always a little heart love. So, you know, at the time, you did it because you're sweet, but that really meant a lot to Mom and Dad. My son Nicholas last night talked about when you peeled back the hood of the Volvo. But you know, that was your second accident. The first one in the Volvo, I walked outside, I don't know when it was, what time of year. I said, "Hey Natalie, weren't you driving last night?" "Yeah." "How come the tail light's missing?" And she thought she was going to get over on that. So Mom may remember, I too had my grandfather's car and took out a couple buildings. I took out a light pole one night. So that's my girl. And I got to tell you, you made us real proud in high school. You did a lot of things. But Natalie, she's a pretty good athlete. I like to think I was at one time. I went to a small school, but Natalie was pretty fast. Natalie played field hockey. I think someone last night said they got all the way to the region finals, and she was awarded the Coaches Award. I don't know if it was that year. She may have not been the best field hockey player or the fastest, but she was the best teammate. She was motivated. She was at practice every day. And all them girls that got kicked off the team for drinking that night, you were one of them. I don't even think you were there. I think the captain of the team didn't admit it, but Natalie would be the first to admit to her coach that they were at a party. And so I think she set out the next week. But she also got the Coaches Award for track. And that was very meaningful to Dad and Mom. Okay. Natalie, you're going to college. It will be a 4-year program, hell or high water. She did it in 4 years, but like her dad, we did a lot of summer school, we did a lot of extracurricular activities, but you got your diploma in 4 years.
God, I can't.
But we did move you around a lot, but with Natalie's personality and her kindness, she was always able to make friends everywhere she went. And I really think her and both the kids are much better people for it. So even though I was kind of a quasi-bad dad because I'd pull them out of school and we'd have to move from coast to coast, they really took the ball and ran with it. And that was, you didn't give me too much grief about moving around. And then I don't remember this, but 5 years ago I had a little surgery up at Johns Hopkins. And I guess Natalie walked into ICU. I was plugged in with some wires, some tubes, a ventilator, a couple IVs. And I think there's a thing too, I don't know, a catheter. You probably didn't see that one. But I had about every area covered. And I think Cindy said she lasted about 2 seconds and ran out of the room because she saw her dad laying there. And that just means a lot to me. That means you care, and I love you for it. So Natalie, I am humbled by your love for me. You made me grow. You made me a better person because you looked up to me to help you grow, and it was a back and forth. So I know you didn't really see that at the time, but I'm your dad. I had to take care of you, and thank you for being a great daughter. All right, I know we're hungry, almost at the end. So Natalie, one of the happiest days of your mother and I and Nicholas's life is tonight. There's been many happy days. No, I'm getting to it.
Start the music.
From the first day I carried you down the corridors of the hospital at Camp Pendleton to when you were 6 years old, and I used to come home from work, and she would greet me at the door, and she would jump in my arms, put her spindly little legs around my waist, give me a hug, give me a kiss, and look me in the eye and say, "I love you, Daddy." To the day I walked my grown daughter down the aisle today to meet her soulmate for life. Natalie, I love you, little girl. So with that, a toast to the bride and groom. Everybody could grab a glass. To Mr. and Mrs. Adam Schlosser. Today marks the beginning of the most exciting chapter of your lives. Set your goals high. Keep your eye on the prize, which is each other.
What surprise?
May God always watch over you. And may you always have eternal love for one another. And the crowd says with force, volume, and enthusiasm, repeats after me, to Adam and Natalie, cheers!
Cheers!
One more time to Adam and Natalie, cheers!
Cheers!
All right. Thank you.
Woo!
Woo!